You know guys, the last couple of weeks here in the Call of Duty community have been quite lackluster when it comes to the Black Ops 7 launch and the lead up to it, and I think that's due to a few different reasons, alright? You know, you could say things like, it's due to the poor marketing, it's due to Battlefield 6. As you'll see a lot of in today's video, there is a lot of misinformation and misinterpretations about Black Ops 7, or perhaps maybe it has to do with this government shutdown, ladies and gentlemen. I don't get political because then people cry about me for an hour, but luckily for us, Miss Sophie Rain over here is helping those in need because of this government shutdown. That's right guys, if you know anybody that needs assistance, she says to drop the payment method below and she'll give you a helping hand. Oh, the scab mistress is gonna whoop my ass, but I don't give a flying fuck because guys, today we need to explain why the interest level on Black Ops 7 is lower than Black Ops 6, as well as more SBMM talk and misinformation and misinterpretations. We're gonna get into all of that right now, but before we do guys, I need you to Batista bomb the motherfucking like button right now and subscribe if you're new guys. We're on the way to 70,000 subscribers. Hashtag F7 down in the comments below at 65k. Free copy of Battlefield 6. Let's get right into the shit. So I saw this tweet come out from the Gaming Revolution. If you don't know him, he's another content creator. He's a fantastic guy, where he didn't really say much. He just tweeted this picture out of the interest level on Google Trends between Black Ops 7 and Black Ops 6. BO6 is blue, BO7 is red. And as you can see, the launch window of BO6 was significantly higher in interest on Google, which if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this pulls in data from a lot of different social media as well as YouTube, and of course Google search results as well. Come launch week and launch day, the interest fucking spiked up, and we've yet to see that with Black Ops 7. Now, of course, when that game releases in a couple of days, we're gonna have to see where it's at, but a lot of people are in the responses reasserting and reinforcing this idea that Black Ops 7 interest is definitely lower than it was for Black Ops 6. Somebody also compared Battlefield 6 with Warzone MW 2019 Part 2 and then Black Ops 6 and 7, and just so you can see down there, the purple down there is Battlefield 6, which around the two beta times, you could see which one was definitely a lot more popular, at least given by this data here. And while it doesn't tell the whole story, it is worth mentioning that, at least when I look across my metrics or when I look across Twitter and other social media, a lot of people, whether or not they're rage baiters or just regular casuals or content creators that are more on the positive side, everybody is coming out here saying the exact same shit, which is that their videos were doing significantly better on Black Ops 6 and not so much within the release window of Black Ops 7. And as we discussed in yesterday's video, that's due to a lot of reasons, right? That's due to the poor marketing, that's due to Battlefield 6 being out, it's due to a lot of things, but one thing in particular that I think is really grasping people by the fucking nuts right now is this whole conversation about SBMM. Now, if you guys didn't know, this is gonna be very interesting to hear. Somebody sent me the screenshot that reads, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 launches November 14th with reduced skill-based matchmaking under the trending now for entertainment on Twitter, and it appears the Scat Master was front and center on this. I put out a tweet that had a lot of people in the community really pissed off. And just warning right now, the tweet is still up because I'm not gonna take it down. I misinterpreted a poorly worded tweet from a poorly worded blog post about a poorly understood topic about skill-based matchmaking and how it's going to work in Black Ops 7. And just letting you know right now, this is essentially how the division was split across my tweet that I'm about to show you guys. There was a large majority of people that were calling me literally retarded, which is actually kind of funny. People saying you don't know how to read, when at the exact same time, there was tons of people responding as well saying that, yeah, we can understand why this was misinterpreted or that this was poorly worded, but what exactly was it that pissed so many people off, guys? Well, we need to start at the fucking root of it, which unfortunately for a lot of people was a tweet that came out from yours motherfucking truly again, Doug Dimmadome Warzone. Fuck you, Doug! Call of Duty Black Ops 7 reaffirms that multiplayer will have minimal skill-based matchmaking playlists and persistent lobbies to keep players together in consecutive matches. He's tweeting about this blog post that reads, "Ready up for combat and drop into a variety of modes and playlists where skill is minimally considered for matchmaking in Black Ops 7. But is the wording not strange between playlists where skill is minimally considered for matchmaking in Black Ops 7 and minimal skill-based matchmaking playlists? There is two interpretations that people have about this. The interpretation that I and many other people got was that there are certain playlists that exist that have minimal skill-based matchmaking, which would then allude to other playlists not having that minimal skill-based matchmaking and actually having regular or more skill-based matchmaking, which is not what we want. However, the intended interpretation of this is that there's a bunch of playlists that exist in Black Ops 7, like TDM, Search and Destroy, Domination, you know, the whole quick play playlist bullshit. And within all of those, there is minimal skill-based matchmaking, which is definitely a lot better than the interpretation that a lot of other people had. But when I read this at the crack of fucking dawn, 9:30, for me that's early as shit, I'm fucking exhausted, just letting you guys know, alright? I interpreted this horribly, and I said, am I smoking crack, or did the original details and hype of reduced SBMM say that it was the default matchmaking for Black Ops 7? Now it's varied by playlist, and check this out, please feel free to tell me I'm wrong as shit, I would love that actually. And then I said, I'm not claiming a rug pull, and I'm not jumping into conclusions because maybe I'm not remembering correctly, but does the wording not sound strange this time around? And I'm referring to Doug saying that there's minimal SBMM playlists versus there's playlists and all of them have minimal SBMM, and people just fucking tweaked the fuck out. Guys, this actually does play a part in the low interest for Black Ops 7 during launch week, because why the fuck is my tweet trending? Number two, how the fuck did it garner almost 200,000 views across Twitter? Like, genuinely, is there like nothing else of like important relevance going on right now? I know they're introducing the whole endgame thing today or some shit, right? Hopefully that gets more people talking, because as of right now, what's having a lot of people up in arms is me saying that I think the next game is not really gonna have no SBMM or minimal skill-based matchmaking. I'm reading into this misinterpretation that the next game has some playlists with minimal SBMM and others with normal SBMM. Call it a literature problem, a comprehension problem, I don't give a flying fuck. There was tons of people that also had the exact same misinterpretation, not only on Twitter, but on Reddit, on YouTube, people in the Discord, tons of people. And you might be asking yourself like, yo, Fooly, why the fuck do I care about this? Well, guys, there is always a point at the end of these videos, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people really hate getting to this point, but this is where I gotta tell you guys the god honest truth. A lot of people have misinterpretations about this whole skill-based matchmaking talk in Black Ops 7, and while you might view mine as just basic reading comprehension problems, which is valid, I really don't give a flying fuck, I thought it was funny. Others have been having this misinterpretation that the next Call of Duty game, Black Ops 7, will have no SBMM. And then when they start reading that it is minimal SBMM, they start tweaking the fuck out. And this is a problem because so many people pre-ordered thinking it was no SBMM, and now that they're reading it says minimal SBMM, a lot of people are canceling their pre-orders, which plays into this low interest level of Black Ops 7 that we've been talking about since the start of the video. And we'll get into no SBMM versus minimal SBMM and what they mean exactly, but I made this claim in my last video. When you have the biggest platforms online saying no SBMM, and I'm talking like literally like millions of people see this shit, and now it's sort of serving as like marketing for Black Ops 7 to have no SBMM, and you get all of these people that have been traumatized by SBMM for the last 6 years to finally show interest in this fucking game and franchise again. Under this idea that there's no SBMM, of course a lot of people are going to start pre-ordering because they think it has no SBMM. It is a return to form, so to speak. And it's understandable why people would feel that way, and it's understandable why people would think this way, that having no SBMM is this amazing thing that has been existing in Call of Duty forever. But guys, respectfully, we're talking about the Call of Duty community, and if I can misinterpret something, and I'm supposed to be reading into a bunch of shit for YouTube, like that's the whole thing over here, then what do you think of the ultra casuals that really don't read into things that much? What do I mean by this? They have a misinterpretation between no SBMM and minimal SBMM. Guys, if you made it to this point in the video, let me tell you right now, saying no SBMM literally means 0 SBMM, and that is not only not the case for Black Ops 7, but it's also not the case of the old CODs from back in the day. There has never been a Call of Duty with literally 0 SBMM. From COD 4 up until Black Ops 4, we have had SBMM in some shape or form, but it prioritized various different things far more than just skill. From 2019 to the present day, we've had a different version of SBMM that has been very extensive, very intrusive, very manipulative, very annoying. And so when people come out here with these tweets and claims that there's no SBMM, understand that what they're saying is it's no SBMM, as in it's not the SBMM that we've known since MW 2019. It is a different SBMM where it's like skill is minimally considered. And while viewer, you and I might understand that concept, there's a lot of people out there that are genuinely really fucking upset and mad and annoyed that what they're being told is no SBMM by all of these massive platforms, when in reality what they mean to say is reduced and or minimal SBMM, which a lot of people still don't want. I'm okay with it, you might be okay with it, but there's a lot of people that pre-ordered because they were literally told it was no SBMM, and that is not true. It is minimal SBMM, and now we're seeing a lot of people online really fucking mad because they see this minimal SBMM as a rug pull. And I'm not claiming that Activision is not rug pulling us, because they definitely could, and not a lot of people trust them anyways to keep their word on something like this. And I even said it in my tweet that I'm not claiming a rug pull, but at the same time, a lot of us wouldn't be surprised, which plays into this whole thing of why there's low interest on Black Ops 7. It's because people don't trust them, it's because Battlefield 6 is out, it's because people are misinterpreting this whole thing about skill-based matchmaking. It's due to a lot of factors, but at the end of the day, there's two things here. Number one, the launch week prior to Black Ops 7 has been so fucking boring, so lackluster. And number two, please do not let the Scatmaster trend on Twitter again. I make people mad for a fucking living sometimes, and that is definitely a prime example as to why you don't want me to trend, even though I and many other people thought it was really fucking funny. Very cool moment nonetheless. And unfortunately, I learned that I was not the only one, and that there's other people that severely misinterpret no SBMM versus minimal SBMM. And I think we're gonna see that play a big part in the low pre-orders and the low sales for Black Ops 7, as well as what we see right now is low interest before the launch of it. And could that spell disaster for the future of Call of Duty? Yeah, but that's for a different video, guys. That's rage bait for a different day. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What are your thoughts on the interest level for Black Ops 7, and what do you think of the Scatmaster's misinterpretations and the interpretations of many other people about skill-based matchmaking in Black Ops 7? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.